Hi, Lisa here with greenhookstudio with another crochet tutorial for you today. This project is a cowboy hat for your amigurumi because sometimes they just need a hat, especially if you want to make a very specific character. So this is one that I designed to go with my Indiana Jones amigurumi that I made when the latest movie came out. And it can be adjusted for size for other amis that you might make, other dolls. This one is designed for my usual style, which is a head that is 30 stitches around made with worsted weight yarn. So that's what we're going with today. So what do you need to make your own little cowboy or cowgirl hat? You need worsted weight yarn in your choice of color. You need your choice of hook for your amis of that type of yarn. My choice is 3.25 millimeter or a size D hook. Then you'll also need your scissors and your yarn needle for finishing and an amigurumi to put it on. So grab your supplies and let's get started. Alright, I've got my hook and my yarn, so let's get started. We're going to start with chaining 10. I'll make my knot here so I can start. We'll chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then starting with the second loop from the hook, I'm going to single crochet 8 stitches down this chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then I've gotten to just one loop left here, one chain left, and we are going to single crochet 3 in this last chain. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to just keep going around the chain. So I'm not going to chain and turn my work. I'm continuing to work around. So we've done 3 here. And then we're going to crochet, single crochet 7 down this other side of the chain. 1. Sometimes it's harder to find your holes when you're working on the other side of the chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, now we've gotten to the end again, and we're going to single crochet 2 and the last stitch here. 1 and 2. And that leaves us with 20 stitches around in our long oval. Now, continuing to go around this piece that we've created, we're never going to chain and turn. This is just continuous rounds. We will single crochet 8 with increases at the ends. So we'll do 8, working in both loops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm going to increase 3 times. So in each of these stitches at the end, we're going to do an increase. So we're adding extra stitches here. So we do increase number 1, increase number 2, and increase number 3. So that continues growing the sides of our oval here. Now I'm going to do 7 down the side, continuing our oval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to do our 3 increases again at the end. So in this stitch, and this stitch, we will increase. One increase. Number 2. And number 3. And now we have 26 stitches because we had 20. We added 3 at this end and 3 at this end. Now to change direction in the hat, to make this the top and we want the sides to go downward, we are going to do this next row back loop only. So we aren't going to increase or decrease in this round. And we're just going to do back loop only for 26 stitches. So going just in the back loop all the way around. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. All right, so I've got 26 back loop only stitches that will help this fold down to start creating the sides of the hat. We're going to continue around. Now we're going to single crochet 9 until we get to the end and need to do some decreases again. So we'll do 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. now we're at the end of our round here. We're going to do just two increases this time. So we'll do 1, 2, and 1, 2 here. Why is this stitch so tight? Oh my goodness. What have I done? 1 and 2. There we go. I did my 2 increases here. Maybe I should have chosen better yarn. Okay, so I did 9 and my 2 increases. Now I will do 11 to get to the other end. So 11 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That's gotten me down the side to my other end, where I will also do 2 increases. 1, 2, and 1 and 2. And then to finish my round, I have 2 more stitches to do. 1 and 2. That gets me all the way back around to where I started. And now I should have 30 stitches. Now I am going to place a marker because I get to do 3 rows with no counting, no worrying. We're going to do 3 rows of our 30 single crochets to form the rest of the top of the hat before we change directions and increase again to make the brim. So we're going to do 3 rows of just single crochet around. I'll meet you back here. Okay, now I've got my 3 rounds of 30. It's starting to look a little bit more like a hat. So what I'm going to do now to form the brim is this time we are going to work in the front loops only so that our hat changes direction again. By doing front loop only, this will help it to lay flatter. So we are going to not only do front loop only, but we are also going to increase in this round, but instead of doing just at the ends for this oval like we did at the top, we are going to do standard amigurumi increases to make the brim a circle. So we are going to single crochet 4 and then do an increase all the way around. So it'll be single crochet 4, increase 6 times for 36 stitches. So in the front loops only, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we increase here, 5, 6. Need more yarn here. All right. And we go again. Ah. Why are you stuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, that's my increase. Another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase here. You can already see that it's starting to fold outward, like the brim of a hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is my increase. All right, we got a couple more times. 1, oops, front loop only, silly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is my increase. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 for my increase. And now I have 36 stitches around, and it's starting to go outward. Now the rest of the time we're only going to do regular single crochets, no more front loop only, no more back loop only, just standard stitches. All right, so we've increased to 36. Now we are going to single crochet 5 and then an increase around, ending with 42 stitches. And also, I apologize if you can hear my neighbor's lawnmower. He is mowing his lawn in the rain. Hooray. All right, so 5 and an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. 1, 2, 3, come on, 3, 4, 5, and increase here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, splitty yarn, stop it, and an increase. I may throw this yarn in the trash after this. Hooray. Okay, one more time. It's nice to leave my stitch marker in place, and then I can tell when I'm coming to the end. You can move it each round if you want, or you can just count. It's up to you, however works best. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we increase our last one for this round. Okay, coming along, coming along. If you wanted like a little, more of a little like bowler type hat, or smaller brimmed hat, you can stop here if this is what suits you. But I'm going to keep going because this is my cowboy hat or Indiana Jones hat. So we're going to keep going. We're going to do 2 more rounds. Our next round is 6 stitches and an increase all the way around to get to 48 stitches. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, this yarn is terrible. Where did it come from? Oh man. All right, here's my increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase, 'Just a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase, 1 more in this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we increase. All right, so that's our 48 stitches. Looking good. We're going to do 1 more round. This time we are continuing on with our pattern. We will single crochet 7 and then do an increase all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and we increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an increase. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Increase here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Increase. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and increase. It brings us to 54 stitches around, and now we get to finish. All right, let me get my scissors and my needle. Okay, I am going to leave a tail because usually when I am putting hats on dolls, I put them there to stay. So I am not going to take them off. I don't want them to fall off, but you do not have to sew it on to your doll if you don't want to. So if you aren't going to do that, you don't have to leave as long of a tail. So I will pull this all the way through. And then what I like to do is skip this stitch, and I'm going to go in this next one to pull this tail through. And then I'm going to go back through the middle of the stitch that I just came out of. You can do this with a needle and thread if you want to. I like to just do my crochet hook. Then I pull this back through, the whole long tail back through, and pull that tight. And that just helps smooth out the edge more than a slip stitch and knot would have. I'm going to take out my stitch marker. I don't need that anymore. All right. Now you can just use your fingers to do a little bit of shaping in the hat. And if you want to, you can actually put a couple stitches through that when you sew it onto your doll or as you finish the tail here. So what I'm going to do so that I can sew it to my doll is I weave this through the backs of the stitches here under the brim to get it to the center where this front loop only row was. Pull that through. My needle unthreaded itself. Thank you so much. So I've pulled that through, and now I can use this to sew around here, around the bottom of the brim, this bottom row, to stitch it onto my doll's head. And then when you are doing that, you can sneak a couple stitches through the top part to keep that permanent cowboy hat top pinch. And then when it's all finished, you can stitch it onto your doll and he will look oh so stylish. Thank you so much for crocheting with me today. I would love to see your finished projects. If you want to tag me on socials, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok at greenhookstudio. If you would like to make your own little indie, the pattern is available on my website, greenhookstudio.com. And if you have any questions about how to upsize this for different yarns or different sizes of amigurumi, please send me a message or leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you and help you out with your projects. Again, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you back here in a couple weeks for another new tutorial.